Hi everybody, Eric Durbin here, back with another pool story. um, this one here this is one of I've got a few ones older than this, but it's one of the oldest ones that I can think of. It's kind of pretty good. It kind of connects a little bit into, a lot of people have heard of some of the players in it at modern day now. One of the players is in this is Billy Pay, Cecil, from Louisville, Kentucky. What a player. One of the best hustlers of this era, for sure. Pool hustlers. Characters, too. I mean, you just had to, if you ever got to spend any time with him, you know what I'm talking about. And you was very fortunate if you love pool and you got to spend any kind of time around this guy. Okay, but I was like 15, close to 16 maybe. I was in Middletown, Ohio. We had a pool room named Jack's growing up. And, well, there was a couple people used to come around, a bunch of people, whatever. And this trip came together at Jack's one night, just out of the blue. There was a big homie, Kenny Ridenauer, and Earl Johnson from Berea, Kentucky. We was in a 1977 Ford truck. It was like mint condition. I mean, this truck, nowadays it'd be worth like, who knows what. It was blue and white. I mean, it was nice. I think we scraped together $480 or something between all the three of us. and we jumped in the truck and headed out of Jack's one night. And did with the clothes on our back. We didn't have no bags. I think we had a little bit of hygiene bags with us. Maybe stopped and got an outfit. We just didn't know how long we was going to be gone. We was basically going to Louisville, see what would happen. Well, it turned into about a week trip. And, okay, this to give you an idea of the kind of pool I was capable of playing at 15 years old. Okay, and so we get to Louisville. Me, big homie, and Earl. we roll into Louisville and we find this pool room down there. It's called the Pool Barn. And believe me, the Louisville people know exactly the place I'm talking about, the Pool Barn. It was back when diamond tables wasn't everywhere. This was in like 1990 or some shit. Pool Barn, Louisville people, we're about that spot. but we go walking in this spot, and we got less than 500 on us or whatever, and we just walk around like, I got a cue. You could kind of tell we was probably looking for an action, but we kind of looked like just younger. I was like the little brother, and two like senior, about age high school guys, we're walking in here, and we got this truck and Ohio plates, and it didn't take long because this place had a lot of pool affiliated people in it, and so whatever the case, and if anyone was there that night, if I tell this wrong, feel free to let me know, but I'll do my best. We're goofing off, and here comes Billy Pay, Cecil, walking up, and he's Billy. He'd pull his t-shirt up and start rubbing on his belly. And do all this stuff he used to do, man. Like we'll get to his stories in the future. Don't worry, but I'm going to be as quick as I can on this. But so Billy walks up and says, "You boys looking to shoot some pool?" and of course, if you don't know Billy, we're diving at it. Big homie and Earl, as far as they knew, there wasn't nobody in the world could beat me at that point. I was, I played good at this age, believe me. And so they toss me right on in the box for 50 a game right out of the rip. And we don't even got 500 on us. Well, I'm trying to get through this story fast now. Okay, I think it was approximately 12 to 14 hours later. We're betting 100 a game. We're 1,100 winner. And this is me playing Billy Pay even 9-ball at the Pool Barn, and I wasn't even 16 yet. Now I'll tell you right now, I didn't play that speed at that time, but I was capable of playing that speed and holding that gear for that long a period of time, which is pretty unbelievable if you knew how Billy played. But and whatever the case, I got the cash. We actually beat Billy Pay in this spot. I mean, unbelievable. Kid my age, I mean, we beat him in this spot, and that was the beginning of a few more matchups with me and Billy. And I'll tell him stories one day, hopefully. But rest in peace, Billy. He left us way too quick. You know, he held a wealth of the pool, whatever you want to call it, in him. He had a lot of it in him. He was from when it was a really tough racket to make a living at pool, and he come from deep in the era of it. And you know, he was around like a few of them guys, man. There was you know, everyone, you know, there's a lot of them old names that were pretty. Vernon Elliott, I think he spent a lot of time around Vernon Elliott, and he come from another generation of pool. But okay, so I win there, okay, and we jump in the truck, and we're like, I'm ready to go home. They're like, nah, let's go somewhere else, man. Let's go somewhere else. So we get to rolling to Lexington. We're running through Kentucky looking for little pool rooms, bars, whatever. We spent a day or two, made a little more money here and there, and we never got nothing serious. And somehow or another, we wind up back in Irvine, Kentucky. That's my home, where I was born at, my hometown. And I'm like, and I think my dad lived there at the time. I guess we probably visited him. And I can't remember every detail of the story. But we go rolling into Irvine, and like a 1970s something, like truck. I mean, this truck was immaculate. It was mint condition at the time. I mean, it was unbelievable. And so here we go rolling into Irvine to the pool room. And I know most people already. I'd been, you know, spent, from that point, I'd spent from like 11 to 14 down there a whole lot of the time playing pool between there and Ohio. And so, you know, we go in and say hi to everybody, you know, and whatever. And, well, Mike Chaney just happens to be there that night. And if you know Mike Chaney, there's a pretty good chance if he likes you and feels good, you was gonna get to gamble, in case you showed up and he was around. And well, he just so happens he felt good and he liked me. Me and Mike was always okay, and it's okay. So to this point, we've got maybe a little under 2,000. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a bankroll. In 1990, a couple thousand, that was a decent bankroll to have on the road, you know, if you're just out running around hustling. And and we didn't waste no time. Big homie and Earl, at that point they'd let me play Strickland. It didn't matter. They got to see me beat Billy Pay up there at the pool barn. I mean, believe me, it's 14 hours of like. I mean, he kicked everything he shot out, dead perfect. Just, this guy could play. But they had faith in me, to say the least. And so me and Chaney start playing. We kick it out for 100 a game. And man, I'll tell you what, they seen Chaney's stroke. I'll never forget. After the first few games or whatever, they seen Chaney's stroke. Well, no, at first, see, big dog, yeah. Right now, big homie, he got weak on us. He's like, man, let me get my end. He didn't want to gamble no more. He had like 700-800 coming. He was like, man, I'm good. Y'all can do this. Which he didn't want to risk losing no more money, right? And he was thinking, man, this dude's going to be, you know, he's going to be a monster or something. And, you know, that's okay. So Earl Johnson says, well, we'll do it. He was good with it. He knew that was the last people chopping if we won. So here we go. Big homie sitting over there sweating. He's got his money. Hey, the first game, Chaney, his stroke, if you ever seen Chaney play, his stroke didn't look like a super top player. And I'm looking at, and big homie's sitting over there like, he's starting to steam. Steam's coming out of his ears because he got off the bet. And he's running over there saying, man, I want back in. I want back in, right? And he can't get back in. He's done. He's got his 800. He can't. So, and of course, he knows he's going to get money if we win or nothing. But, I mean, it was just kind of funny. But here's the thing. Chaney caught us all slipping. Next thing we know, Mike Chaney's he's just running out from everywhere. Cutting, banking, center English, center ball, never missing a ball. Just bing, bing.